Have you ever met someone, and suddenly nothing feels normal anymore? Your routines don't matter. Food tastes different. Music hits harder. And somehow, this one person becomes the center of your mental universe. It's not just attraction. It's not just a crush. Feels like destiny. You replay their words. You reread their messages. You overanalyze their tone, their emojis, even their silence. And the scariest part? You know something is off, but you can't stop. You call it the spark. You call it chemistry. Maybe even soulmates. But psychology has a different word for it. A much darker one. It's called limerence. This isn't love. It's obsession, disguised as connection. A neurological loop that hijacks your brain the same way addiction does. And today we're going deep into what's really happening inside your mind. Why you feel trapped, and how to break free. Because by the end of this video, one thing will happen. You will either keep romanticizing your pain, or you'll finally wake up from it. What is limerence? Really? The term limerence was first coined by Dorothy Tenev. She described it as an involuntary state of intense romantic desire, marked by obsessive thoughts and emotional dependency. But here's the key difference most people miss. Love is grounded in reality. Limerence is built on fantasy. Love sees a person clearly. Limerence edits them into perfection. Love is calm. Limerence is chaotic. Love feels safe. Limerence feels like withdrawal. Sign number 1, the intrusive thoughts. When you're in love, thoughts of someone feel warm, natural. But in limerence, they feel invasive. You don't choose to think about them. Your brain forces it. You could be working, studying, trying to sleep, and suddenly they're there again, over and over. It's like your mind is stuck on a loop you didn't press play on. This isn't romance. This is compulsion. Sign number 2, you're addicted to proof. In real love, you care about the person's well-being. But in limerence, you are chasing one thing: validation. Did they text back? Did they like your post? Did they watch your story? Each tiny signal becomes a dopamine hit. And when it's missing, you crash. Art. This is why limerence feels so intense. It literally mimics the reward system of addiction. You're not building a connection. You're chasing a high. Why you? The hidden root cause. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Because limerence is rarely about the other person. It's about you. More specifically, what you didn't receive. If you grew up with inconsistent attention, unpredictable affection, or emotional neglect, your brain learns something dangerous. Love must be chased. So now, as an adult, you're wired to pursue what feels uncertain. And that's why. You don't become obsessed with people who are available. You become obsessed with people who are distant, unclear, hot and cold. Because your brain associates uncertainty with importance. The limerent object, the illusion. The person you're obsessed with has a name in psychology. The limerent object. But here's the truth. They are not special in the way you think. They are a trigger. A placeholder. A projection of everything you crave emotionally. You're not in love with them. You're in love with what they represent. And if they suddenly gave you everything you wanted, the obsession would fade. Because the fantasy would collapse under reality. Why it hurts so much? This is why limerence feels unbearable. It's not just longing. It's withdrawal. Your brain has become dependent on emotional stimulation from one source. And when that source becomes inconsistent or disappears, you feel empty, restless, anxious, like something inside you is missing. That hole in your chest? That's not love. That's dependency. Social media made it worse. In today's world, limerence is more dangerous than ever. Because now, you don't just miss them. You can monitor them. Active now. Seen. Typing. These features turn your emotions into a 24/7 psychological loop. You're no longer healing. You're reinforcing the addiction. Every scroll, every check, every late-night profile visit is feeding the cycle. The brutal truth, the wake-up call. Here's the part most people avoid. You're not holding on because they're the one. You're holding on because letting go forces you to face yourself. The silence, the loneliness, the parts of your life you've been distracting yourself from. Limerence gives you an escape, a focus, a reason to avoid your own internal discomfort. And that's why it's so hard to release. How to break the spell. Now this is where everything changes. Because awareness alone isn't enough. You need action. Step 1, kill the hope. Hope is what keeps limerence alive. Every maybe, every what if, every one day is reinforcing the cycle. You have to cut it off. That means no contact. Not to manipulate them. Not to make them miss you. But to detox your brain. because as long as you have access to them, you will not heal. Step 2. Deconstruct the fantasy. Right now you see them as perfect. That's the illusion. So break it. Write down their flaws. The times they ignored you. The times they were inconsistent. The moments they didn't show up. Force your brain to see reality, not projection. Because limerence survives on selective memory. Step 3. Reclaim your identity. You've been pouring all your energy into one person. Now redirect it back into yourself, your goals, your habits, your growth. Because the more your life expands, the less space they occupy in your mind. Step 4. Sit with the discomfort. This is the hardest part. You will feel withdrawal. You will feel urges to check on them, to text them, to accidentally reconnect. Don't. That discomfort is your brain rewiring itself. Every time you resist, you weaken the addiction. The final realization. Limerence is not a curse. It's a signal. It's showing you exactly where you are unhealed, what you are lacking internally, what you've been avoiding. And once you face that, something powerful happens. The obsession fades, the illusion breaks, and for the first time, you see clearly. You weren't in love, you were in a loop, and now, you have a choice. Stay trapped in the fantasy, or wake up to reality, because the moment you stop chasing someone else, it's the moment you finally start choosing yourself. If this hit you harder than expected, that's a good sign. It means you're becoming aware. And awareness is the first step to breaking free. If you want more content like this, deep psychology, real truths, no fluff, make sure you subscribe, because the next video might just be the one that changes how you see everything.